everyone, it's Toe of the Week. And if you'd like to see what I did, then just stay tuned. Hey everyone, good to see you. Welcome back. So today is the toe design matching those pretty nails I did on Monday. They are so spring-like and beautiful. I love them both. Now the toe aren't as artsy because it is toes, but they are very beautiful and I love them. I did do a pedicure, but I didn't record that. For you newcomers, I do have a 16 amazing step video that I'm going to link down in my box so you can revert back and check that out. Other than that, I love pedicure day because my feet feel amazing and they turned out just adorable. I hope you guys will love them. And of course, on Friday will be the outfit to match both as always. So if you guys are new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button and hit the notification so you won't miss any videos. Other than that, we'll get started on today's design. I love you all very much. God bless and take care. Hey everyone. So here's what I chose to go with for this week's toe design. If you like this look, would like to see how I did this one, then please continue watching. Hello everyone and welcome. So as you know, it is toe of the week, but it is also pedicure day. I do my peds about every 4 to 6 weeks, but I do take care of my feet very well in between. I do a cuticle oil around the toes. I do a sugar scrub and Puma bar on my feet every shower. And I also put on this heel to toe jelly-like consistency on the bottom of my feet with socks every evening. So it does keep the feet really nice, but you know, we do go barefoot and that does dry the feet out. So it's good to do a pedicure and also to clean under the toes and file the toes down and just all kinds of stuff you gotta do. So I do a ped about every 4 to 6 weeks. Now I have an amazing 16-step ped that I do. I will link that down in my box for you newcomers because of course every video that I do a pedicure, I'm not gonna show that. It just would make the video too long. So I have a video on that if you'd like to see that. It shows all the stuff that I use. I use all good products from Sally's and it's fun just to watch each and every step I do just to give you an idea of how I like a ped done. So I'm gonna soak here and enjoy this and do up my steps and get ready for my new design for the week. This will take me about an hour and 20 minutes, but you guys will see me back in about 2 seconds. Alrighty, look at that. 1 or 2 seconds and I'm back with a full pedicure done. Anyways, no, I love pedicure day. My feet feel soft, amazing. They're cleaned up under the toes, all the cuticles cleaned up. They're buffed, filed. I love it, and I love how soft my feet are. Now, this will last 4 to 6 weeks, but I do take care of them in between every pedicure. So, but anyways, I love it. My toes feel amazing, and they're ready for a beautiful design. So let me show you what I'm using in today's design. Now, if you didn't see Monday's video, I'm using all the same products. It'll be less art that I'm doing just because it's toes, but I'll show you anyways, just in case you didn't see that video. If you did, I'll show you anyways. This is what I'm using. I'm starting off with this all over the toes. This beautiful Sally Hanson Color Therapy. It's a beautiful kind of taupey nude color, but a little bit of kind of a blush tone to it. I love it. And it's called Powder Room number 200. Love that. That'll go all over the toes. And then I'm going to be working with acrylic paints. I need white and black to bring down and up my roses because I'm going to be doing high and low light roses. So I'm going to use black and white, but I'm going to be working with neons for the roses. So I'm going to work with the pink, the orange, and the blue, all by Apple Barrel. Beautiful neons. Love them. And then I'm going to be doing some leaves. So I'm going to need this lime green, but I want it to be more of like a pea green. So I'm going to put in a little bit of yellow, a little bit of black, and then also a little bit of white to tone that down a little bit. Then inside the flowers, I want them to be sparkly. So I'm going to be working with my micro glitters I got in those packs I showed you before. I'm going to do the teal, the orange, and the magenta pink. All will go so great inside those roses. And then to do the art, I'm going to be working with these 2 brushes. They are liner brushes. One is a little longer than the other. It's a short liner and a long liner. One is 0, which is my longer one here. And then the 10/0, let me turn that so you can see that. Where is it? Right there. 10/0. And I have trimmed both of these, not in the end, but I go through and I pull some of the like the brush out so that it's thinner. I make them thinner. So they just work better then that way. It's so hard to find a perfect brush. You kind of got to trim them yourself. I get these from Hobby Lobby. And that's how I'll be doing the art for any cleanup work. I also get this from Hobby Lobby. It's Princeton #2. That's how I clean up. And for the glitters, I'll be just working with a clear polish here and the glitter. And none of my designs are complete without my Swarovski crystals. And I've got 3 of the colors here, the magenta, pink, the orange, and the blue, which will go maybe around or inside the roses. I think I did it inside. Yeah, I did it inside the roses on my nails. So I am going to get painted up on the toes. Everybody knows how to do a solid coat of paint on toes. I'm going to do that off screen, and then I will get a little bit of the art done, and then I will return to show you what I'm doing. Okay, just real quick showing you, I've got 2 coats of that beautiful taupey color, that powder room, and then I've got 1 coat of the Seche Vite to dry everything up. Just wanted to show you that before I start the art. Okay, so for starters, I've got the leaves on there, and I did it on the big toe and the middle toe. I've still got to do the big one here. Here is my palette here, like I was talking about. So you got your colors. You got your dark orange, your light orange, and your lightest orange. Same thing with the pink, lightest pink, and then the blue, dark, light, lighter. And then this is where I'm working with that color to do the leaves. I'm working with my long liner right now, so I'm going to dip into this green here, and we're going to start with the leaves. So let me draw in close here for you. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a few sets of leaves here because I'm going to be doing 3 different color flowers on here. So let me get these leaves going. We'll start with a couple over here. So I'm just going to put my brush down from one side to the next and then fill it in like that. And then I'm going to do one right next to it like that. And your leaves might get a little colored or covered when you put on the leaves, but the flowers, but don't worry about that because you're still going to see them. So there's one. And whoops, that's a little bit too much paint. Then one here, and then I'm going to do one down in here. So we'll go to one side like that and pull, and then I'm going to do another one kind of coming off this way, pull it that way. There we go. So now we've got our leaves on. I'm going to let those dry, and we're going to start working on the flowers. I'll get one done, and I'll be back to show you. Okay, so you see I've got the start of the flowers, just kind of like a blob of the darker color that I started with. And on the middle toe here, I did an orange one, and then over here I did a pink one. So let me show you how I'm doing that. So I'm going to dip into my darkest color here. I'll start with a pink this time. Dip into the darkest pink, and then I'm just going to start up in this corner here, right here, and just start doing kind of swaying motion back and forth like that, just to kind of do like a blob, because once you put your lines in, that's what's going to give you the rose. So I'm just going to kind of, just make sure it's kind of bumpy because you don't want this to be, perfect. Then I'm going to wipe off the brush, and I'm going to go into the darkest blue. Same thing, I'm going to put one right over here in the blue color, go around like that, and like I said, just in a swaying motion. You don't want these to be straight circles, okay, or perfectly round circles. You want them to be kind of like a blob. Then I'm going to go into the orange. I'm going to put an orange one right in here. I'll draw in a little closer for you. I probably should have done that. Again, just doing a swaying motion, and don't worry if you go over your leaves, that's okay. Part of it will show, that's all that matters. And just kind of go like that. Now they just look like blobs right now, but they will turn into beautiful roses when it's completed. So there's both of them right there. I'm going to let these dry up, and then I will get started on the next step. All right, now we're into our second color, and now the rose is really starting to pop. As you see, I've got the highlight in it now. So now let's move on to that on the big toe. Show you how you're doing that. I'll draw it in here. So I'm working with the lighter color now of each one. So you got your lighter orange that I've used here. So we'll start, we got to go into the pink first. I'm going to dip into this one here. Just a little bit of paint in my brush. And then I'm going to go into my kind of blob here and just start with the middle there and just kind of set my brush down and sway it like that. Setting it down like almost like making a petal and going like that. And then I'll do one up in here, same thing. So now it starts to come together. Now I'm going to do that with the teal, the second color of the teal. Wait, my brush needed to be cleaned off a little bit more. So now I'm going to do that with the blue one here. Go in, same thing, and you're kind of setting your brush down and kind of pulling. So you're making kind of like a rose petal. So just go like that, set it down, and then sway it in like that. Now we're going to go on to the orange, the lightest color, or not the lightest, the second color. Same thing, go right into the middle. Now you see my paints are still a little bit wet, but that's okay because that's how they blend. So then I'm going to set it down here, go over here, and I'm actually going to do one right here between the two colors like that. Now see how they are really starting to come together now? And now I'm going to go into the lightest color. All right, now look at that. See how it just makes that rose pop? And I'll show you how I'm doing that now. I start off with the lightest color. So we're gonna go into the lightest color of everything, which is almost a white. So we'll start with this pink here. Get a little bit of paint, and I'm gonna now just go in and just start adding in that low light, or highlight, I'm sorry, like that. And then while it's still wet, take your dark paint, and now we're gonna swirl in this color now. And that's when you start to see that rose pop. See how it's like the colors are now swirling? See that? Isn't that beautiful? Now we go to the lightest blue. Add that in different spots like that. A little bit more. And then I'm going to go to that darkest blue again, and now we're going to swirl the color. And that's what makes this just absolutely pop and look beautiful. And if you need it a little lighter somewhere, a little darker, that's what you do. But the darkest is where you're going to swirl your colors then. And that's where it really brings in that rose. So now let's go to the lightest orange. Put in the lightest orange here. Oh, I didn't get enough paint. And we're just going to put some of that in. I need a little more white in that because it wasn't light enough. And just be putting in the lightest color. Then go to the darkest orange and swirl it in. And then it just makes these roses just like pop. I mean, isn't that cool looking? Look at that. I mean, it definitely makes them look like a rose then. Now, I need to let these dry up now completely before I go ahead with the next step of the glitter. All right, now I am working on the glitters. I've got them all made here. So let me just show you. I've already done the one side, and I've got some of the glitter in on this one here. Now I'm going to work on these. So we're just going to dip into this glitter that I've made, and I'm using my long liner to do it. Just dipping into it so that I barely get any, and just going just kind of in the inside just to give it some sparkle. Since I had all the perfect colors, might as well use up my glitters here because I have so many things I want to work with them. So just like that, but you see it gives it some bling. Now let's do the blue. Wipe off the brush here. Let's get some blue. Same thing, go into the blue now and just putting in lines as if I'm doing the same print of the flower itself, going around the same kind of technique, but it's giving it sparkle. Then brush that off. I'm gonna make sure I get all of it off so I can go into the next color, and then go into the orange and get my glitter, and same thing, just kind of doing the same technique, swaying in where the colors are. But you see what it does is it gives it that beautiful sparkle. Isn't that pretty? I just thought it really would add to it. So now we're gonna let these dry up, and we're gonna go on to the next step. All right, now I am on to the stones. Look at that, isn't that so pretty? Now on the big toe, I didn't put the rhinestone in the rose itself. I just put them around. But on this one, I did put the rhinestone in the middle of the flower. And then the rest, I just did the 3 colors. I've got them all done, but the big toe on this one. So let me draw in and show you that. You can see I've got the stone right in there on this one. This one I'm going to do around it. I just think it would look better. So I'm dipping in with my orange wood stick, and I'm going to dot a glue there, dot some glue there, and 1 dot here. And we're going to keep the colors off from where they are. So the pink one, I'm going to keep it over here, so it's away from the pink itself. The orange, I'm going to do down in this area. Whoops, I don't want that to do that because I'll get glue on it and then it'll fog. Whenever you want to pick up stones, of course, on film, it always takes longer. I'll use the Q-tip. So we're going to put this one down in there, like that, and then give it a little push. And then the teal, again, I'll need the cotton swab, otherwise we're not going to be able to pick this up. And I'm going to put the, whoops. It's so funny. I can put these stones on so easy, but on camera, you just can't. So then I'm going to put that one up in here, so it keeps it away from the colors, so it really makes all these colors pop. You get what I'm saying? If you keep them away from the actual color of the flower, it makes them pop. But then on this one, I actually put the color in it. So I thought that was really pretty. Now everything is going to be top coated now with Seche Vite, and then I will be back to show you. Actually, I'll come back on and just show you one toe doing the Seche Vite, and then I'll be done. All right, I've got them all top coated except for this one. So I'll just show you when you're going over stones. I always like to show that just because I get new people all the time. So I noticed this one here though, I gotta kind of fix that just a little bit. Okay, so you're just gonna do a nice big coat of Seche Vite. It will dry very fast, don't worry about that. But you want a lot so you can glide across this design here so you don't pull your design and ruin it. Sometimes when you're working with acrylic paints, you can pull the design, and even if it's, you know, fully dry, you can pull, so you want to float your top coat. Oh gosh, I hope you're seeing this. Float the top coat all the way over your design like this, but also making it nice and thick and going around everything and pulling out any air pockets or bubbles from your rhinestones. But that way it protects your stones. It stays nice and shiny. And I'm just going to go in here and clean up some of the drippage there, like that. Just a little bit more. All right, just like that. So now I'll let everything dry up, and you see how beautiful that sparkle is. I may do one more top coat. Sometimes I do 2, so it holds the stones really good. But other than that, I'm going to finish that up, and I'll be back to show you the end product. All right, I am all done. And another one I absolutely love and adore. Look at that design. Look at those roses. Isn't that gorgeous? And I love it with that background color. I just think it's so pretty. It's funny how you can go from one design, like I did last week, being that biker look, to such an elegant, spring-like, beautiful, soft-looking one. Isn't this one gorgeous? I love it. I love the pretty colors. And I just love the rhinestones, the glitter, everything about it. It really turned out pretty. Turned out just as pretty as the nail design. And of course, got a great outfit to come. Hope you guys will enjoy that. Thanks for watching this video, and everyone take care. God bless. We'll see you in my next video.